All right. Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Makar Kudash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, salutations, and blessings be unto the hopeful elect, pushing this truth in sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe, in the sincere hopes of being delivered in these last days. All right, this is the brother Yakanan from the GMS England branch, and as you can see here, I have this article taken from the New York Times.com, and it's entitled "Government Surveillance Keeps Us Safe," and this is dated April 21st, 2024. So this was published yesterday. And they are planning, something huge in the coming, weeks, in the coming months, that is going to completely change the way that you interact, in society. And it's going to change, the way that you perceive the reality, that's around you. All right. A major change, is coming. And we know that, this devil is going to use various draconian means in order to get what he wants, in order to get complete control of the people. He's going to use, false flag attacks. He's going to heavily use, fear in order to manipulate the people and mold them into the path that he wants them to go in, okay? And, when you survey the history, of the so-called white man, all right, the elites of Esau Edom, these are things that they have done, throughout their rulership. So we can expect these things to happen all over again, especially in these last days. And considering that he wants to get this New World Order system up and underway, okay? So this is what they're pushing. They're pushing for the mandatory government surveillance, of the people. And if you notice, as time goes by, as we get closer to the end of this kingdom, the articles are getting more draconian, all right? The news reports are getting more draconian. And they're pushing, this Orwellian, material and this Orwellian, reality, in your face more and more, all right? Again, this is all, forms of predictive programming, all right? This is all forms of, this devil telling you what he's going to do, before he actually manifests it upon the earth. So if you will, this is, prophecy on the left-hand side, concerning Esau Edom. Because he's actually showing you, through TV series, he's showing you through particular books, so on and so forth, of his agenda and where he wants the state of the world to be. So he's telling you these things, before they actually come to pass. So he is orchestrating his own, form of left-hand sided prophecy upon the earth. All right. But what he doesn't understand is that it's Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai that is in control of all things at the end of the day. All right. As it tells us in Surah 18, all things obey the will of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right. So there's nothing that, this man can do outside of the allowance of what Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai allows him to do. And that's what the wicked don't understand, all right? Because they're too shrouded and embedded in their pride, okay? They actually think they're in control. So it says here, this is an extraordinarily dangerous time for the United States and our allies. The 1948ers unpreparedness on October 7th shows that even powerful nations can be surprised in catastrophic ways. Fortunately, Congress, in a rare bipartisan act, voted early Saturday to reauthorize a key intelligence power that provides critical information on hostile states and threats ranging from T-ism to fentanyl trafficking, all right? So in the midst of, so much chaos and distraction happening on the earth, they are passing, particular laws, particular policies, and, making particular moves that's going to facilitate this New World Order system. And that's going to facilitate the draconian measures that they're about to bring, upon the earth. Okay? Showing you that all of these distractions and all of these things happening, in the news, if they're not planned, they never let, a good crisis go to waste, as the saying goes. They will, to the fullest utilize, these things that happen upon the earth in order to push things that go under the radar, for those that are not, watching. Okay? So when there's, a multitude of things happening upon the earth, usually that's the time, where they pass, important laws that no one's paying attention to. Okay? That's when they're, putting in plans to, revoke your perceived, liberty. Okay? When there's a multitude of things happening upon the earth, you got all of these hip hop beefs. You got beef with Drake. Who else? Kendrick Lamar, Drake, J. Cole. You have all of this information coming out, on Diddy. There's so much going on right now. And there's so much opportunity for, this devil to use those distractions in order to, push forth these policies and these laws. Okay? Which again, is going to have things, get more draconian. All right? And let's get the book of Revelation, chapter 13, and I believe it's the 11th verse, if I'm not mistaken. Right, so this is Revelation chapter 13 and verse 11. And it reads, "And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon." Okay, so he had two horns like a lamb. Now the two horns are representative, as you had it, the plebeians and the patricians, okay, which is your modern, Democrats and your Republicans, okay. So it, it all goes back, to ancient Rome, the old beast system, which is now revived, in America today, okay. This new beast system, all right, which they're, pushing, upon the people. Their lifestyle, their philosophies, okay, and their way of life, which includes, the technology, the MOTB, so on and so forth, okay? So it's been, rebirthed in these last days. Everything is reincarnated, as we always go into. So the two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon, okay? Which goes into their draconian laws and their draconian measures that they're about to, manifest upon the earth, okay? So they need to severely, take away, the perceived rights and the perceived liberties of the people in order to implement this New World Order system. So things are going to get nasty out here, okay? Things are going to get very dreadful, upon the earth in order for this New World Order system to be implemented. And even when it is implemented, all right, it's not going to be upon the earth for a substantial amount of time. It's going to be a short-lived, process. Because as it's written, in Matthew 24, the Lord is going to shorten the days due to the mercy that he has, upon his elect. Okay? So we can look forward to the time, shortening, as we're experiencing right now. Okay, so it says, civil libertarians argued that the surveillance bill erodes Americans' privacy rights and pointed to examples when American citizens got entangled in investigations. Importantly, the latest version of the bill has dozens of legal safeguards around the surveillance in question, the most expansive privacy reform to the legislation in its history. The result preserves critical intelligence powers while protecting Americans' privacy rights in our complex digital age. And again, this complex digital age, you got this AI, which is basically taking over. All right, you got AI literally taking people's professions. All right, you got AI books, you have AI music, you have AI that can clone your voice, you have AI that can clone your face. The possibilities of AI, is literally limitless. Okay? So it's causing major issues upon the earth. So the only way they can regulate those issues concerning AI, identity theft, so on and so forth, is to actually chip the people. Okay? That's the only way. All right? Is to chip the people. And that's how you know that, it makes perfect sense for this devil to make mandatory, a physical digital device that you have to embed within yourself, because that's the way the world is going. We know it's wicked, but then when you look at Esau's kingdom and the way it's run, it's the perfect device for him to gain complete control. It's the perfect device for him to be in complete power and control of everyone's whereabouts, what they're doing, what they're thinking, so on and so forth. Okay, so that's how we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai that this technology is actually inevitable. Okay, it's inevitable, first and foremost, because it's biblical prophecy. All right. So let's go to a few more scriptures and then we'll close out. Let's go to Revelation chapter 12 and verse 12. And it says, therefore rejoice ye heavens and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. All right. And that's definitely, the time that we are living in, the time of this man, this devil about to come down upon the people with great wrath, especially, in the land of America, because that's the focal point, of prophecy. Okay. And that's why, when we go to the book of Isaiah 59, it talks about, the Lord, lifting the standard. Okay. Because we're going to need help. The elect is going to need divine intervention from Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai in order to overcome this devil. Okay. In order to make it, in the end. Because things are going to get so terrible. Things are going to get that bad that we need divine intervention. So marvel not if you find yourself in a life or death situation. Okay? Because that's almost certain that that's going to happen. All of us are going to be in a situation, a life or death situation. Okay? But through Yahweh Shai, regardless of what happens, we choose life, or life has chosen us. Okay? Lord willing, we be of the elect. Because as it's written, the Lord said, I have chosen you, you have not chosen me. Okay? So by default, if you have this truth, you have this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, then you have a shot at life. You have a shot at being delivered, in these last days. And if you have to die for this truth, then hey, that's equally as beautiful. Okay, that's a great honor to die, for Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Okay, being a sincere, servant. Okay, so I will cut it off there. I just wanted to go into this article real quick. As you can see, they're pushing for this government surveillance, for this intrusive and invasive, technology to be within the people. Just like how they have it, in China. All right. So Until the next time, I'll say shalom.